So we're going to use a for loop to run this 1,000 times. So we're going to use for I in 1 to 1,000, which means we're going to run the for loop 1,000 times, and each time we're going to increase the value of I. We're going to take a sample from happy, take the mean of the the mean of the sample, and put it into X bar 1, or sorry, X bar. So all of a sudden the vector X bar is filled up with all these values. So if I want to see the values inside X bar, I could just type in X bar, run it, it'll give me all the values. So the 1,000th one, you can't see it down here because all of a sudden these tools show up, is 78.47. Now, the mean of that should be the mean of happy, which was, lost it. Well, let's find out. Mean survey happy. So the mean of happy is 78.03. Standard deviation of happy, the whole population, everybody, was 16.31. All right, and we already saw what the histogram looked like. Well, what about the mean of X bar? Well, the mean of X bar should be the mean of all the happy scores. At least pretty close, right? So we're going to type in mean of X bar. Hopefully it's pretty close. 77.95. Actual mean of the population was 78.03. That's pretty close. Now, what about the standard deviation of X bar? Is that the same thing? Well, it's a whole lot smaller. It is 2.94, whereas the standard deviation of the happy scores was 13.31. Why is it so much different? Well, it's the sampling distribution. So when I look at the standard deviation of survey happy, that's not the same as the standard deviation of these means. Standard deviation of these means is the standard deviation of the population divided by the square root of the sample size, which was 30. It turns out that's 2.98. The standard deviation of the population, the standard deviation of the sampling distribution is 2.94. Now they're a little off because my samples vary a little bit, and these samples keep varying no matter what. And if I rerun this whole thing, I might get different answers. The idea is that they're very similar. Now, the last concept of the central limit theorem says that if we take 30 samples from the population 1,000 times, the histogram should be pretty normal, right? So the histogram of X bar should be close to normal. Now, it looks a little left skewed, but we're starting at about 60, maybe 65, and going up to 85. That's roughly a normal distribution.